Hey everybody, this is Waldorf,
And this is Statler.
and now we've got Battle Report 221.
221
Orcs and Goblins versus the Dread Elves.
at Huzzah Hobbies.
Yep. Dread Elves are making another appearance.
That's good.
Back to my tournament list. The only thing that's changed in here is I dropped a Cave Troll and I dropped the Light Lances off the Wolf Riders to work in the Mykonox Totem on the Edbasher board
Okay.
boys. I did at first. I took their bows away from the Wolf Riders, and then they yelled at me and they said, "Don't you remember us killing that vermin demon? You dare to take away our bows?" I was like, "You got your bows. Never mind." So they kept their bows, but they did have to lose the course. Like I said, their light lances.
The bows and the throne weapon. Oh, they can't have the throne weapon, but that's the spiders. Yeah, never mind.
The other thing is, the other reason I wanted to take away their bows was I would stop sending them to the flanks to shoot things.
There you go. Instead of using them for their...
Against using their purpose as redirectors.
Well,
and
clearly it's not
chaff
their
and-
purpose.
Apparently not. I need like 12 units of these things so I can have a few to do what they're supposed to do.
Well, I'm thinking with that new army that is released, the...
No, the Cav army,
what the heck is it called? The Meecock, I don't remember. It starts
Right.
with an M.
the Warriors army.
Makar or whatever they could... Yeah. This gives you the opportunity to field the
Wolf Rider army.
the Wolf Rider army. Yes.
It does. I might have to consider that.
Yeah.
All right. So
So
that's
use one of your spiders is that big mammoth, woolly mammoth thing. See, you got that covered. I think you can feel that army.
I might be able to.
Yeah.
I'll have to look. So, like I said, so that's the changes I made. Get the Mykonox Totem in. I'm enamored with this item.
It's a wonderful item.
Although this is the first game I'm playing with it.
This army, it's actually, that's
the
one thing you have
thought
to
of
say. It does have a good choice of special. I think it's got a number of nice special items. Orcs
It
and
does.
Goblins.
The Pan of Protection Pension I think is
Yeah,
fantastic.
yeah.
I don't use it anymore, but I would love to get that back in. Anyway,
That's the big spider.
so my opponent has an Oracle of Yema
Okay.
with the Master of Divination. That's the general of his army
Okay.
with Talisman of Shielding and a Wandering Familiar on a Pegasus.
That's the general of his army.
That's his general. Not the model you see below it, which is the Dread Prince with paired weapons, Hero's Heart, Death Cheater, and a Pegasus. So his idea with the Dread Prince, from what he told me, was so it doesn't get tied down with the. It's not so bad if he goes charging out because his general's still back there at a leadership 9,
Right.
and
Yes.
this way when if this guy dies, it's not as
Yeah.
bad.
And he's out. He's out of the bubble all the time anyway.
Yeah,
So,
and with 6 strength 5 attacks plus the 2 strength 4 from the peg, this guy can really put a hammering on a lot of stuff
right.
because he's hitting on 2s against most things.
Yeah.
So anyway, I thought it was a decent idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he has a Cult Priest of Nob on the Divine Altar, who is the BSB.
I think these Dark Raiders are illegal.
Why is that?
They're not Cult of Yema. They're Cult of Kataron or something like
What's
that.
that mean?
Well, you took the Yema as his general, and when you take the Yema as a general, you get the ability, but you can't take a completing cult, right?
His general's the Oracle. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Don't know how that works. Anyway, he's got 2 units of 5 Dark Raiders with
Yep.
musicians and crossbows. Not sure why they have musicians.
Don't know. I guess he likes that -1 thing.
Could be.
Yeah.
25 Dread Legionnaires, full command. Spear.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dread Legionnaires.
Yeah.
What am I thinking of? Yes.
Probably the Dread
And the
Judges.
Flaming Standard. 2 units of 12 auxiliaries, repeater auxiliaries with musicians, a unit of 10.
Okay.
8 Dread Knights, 24 Dread Judges with a Flaming Standard.
I am
The
the
Dread
law.
Knights have the Banner of Blood. And
Yes.
2 Hunting Chariots.
So he's got 2
And the more I'm
Flaming
thinking
Standards.
about it, I don't think those Dread Legionnaires are there. We'll see in the next picture.
Yes, we will, yeah.
Because I don't think these guys are there.
Okay.
I think this might be a carryover. So we're going to play Refused Flank and Capture the Flag. Apparently nothing's there.
Yeah.
Refused Flank, Capture the Flag. So we got Water, Hill, Forest, Ruin,
Fine.
Hill.
It's your new shiny ruins.
It is. I got a better picture in a few minutes.
Yeah, okay.
Impassable, forest, impassable. Yes, he does not have Dread Legionnaires. Okay. There we go. Resolved.
Okay.
So, like I said, refuse flank and capture the flags. He deploys a unit of guide shooters over here to repeater auxiliaries here in the woods.
Okay.
Ruins.
New tongue.
Yeah. He placed both. We were placing back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
He placed. He had placed this unit here, and this unit here, and then he placed this unit at some point. I think before this one, and then because he had placed this, I said, "Well, he doesn't have room for the chariots out here."
Mm-hmm.
So then my spider went out here,
Okay.
just hide from him, and he ended up. I think he ended up dropping first anyway, dropping the rest at some point.
Okay. And he said, "I do have room for them."
Well, not where they can get to the guy,
Mm-hmm.
to the spider in the first round. There you go. There's my new terrain piece.
Okay.
So I've decided to do the ruins, and the ruins just mark an area and then drop a couple small pieces like this into them to whatever. And I've found a use.
Yes.
Found a use for the stupid terrain things we bought.
Can't believe you didn't want me to get more of them for you.
Yes. So moving on. Spells. He took divination, which gave him scrying, unerring strike, know thy enemy, and stars align.
Oh, divination. Okay.
And I took break the spirit, swarm of insects, totemic summons, and awaken the beast.
Okay.
Went light on combat spells because I don't know that. I think I can outfight almost everything except that one unit. But awaken the beast is a combat spell.
Yeah. Well, he's only got one combat unit. Well, I guess the cavalry is too.
The big cav unit's pretty good. But I do have break the spirit, which works both ways.
Right.
That's kind of a combat.
Mm-hmm.
So vanguards. These guys came way forward.
Mm-hmm.
Wolf Riders came up just a bit to hide behind the hill.
Yep.
The other unit of Wolf Riders, one unit listened to me, the other did not.
Yeah.
One pulled back over towards the center of the board where it
Right.
belongs. These guys say, we still have bows.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, so that's where it's going to go. And then his other unit came forward here.
Okay.
Going on to turn one. Turn one, that's what it looks like at the beginning of the turn.
Mm-hmm.
And here he goes. So Dark Riders come all the way out here to the right. Repeater auxiliaries come forward a bit and just kind of reform facing the center. Peg guy comes out here. The guys in the woods came forward, and the rest of his army just pulled forward a bit over here, straightened up their line. His mage came up top. Make sure she had plenty of lines. Like this figure is what he uses for his wandering familiar.
Okay.
He didn't place it there.
Just
Anyway.
there for when he needs it.
Dark Riders come forward and chaff
Okay.
all three of my units.
He's chaffing early.
He is early and often.
Won't be that often.
No, not that way. So you got that. He starts shooting, kills off a couple Nashers.
Okay.
It's kind of expected. Nashers die in droves, no matter what.
If somebody's got shooting, yeah.
And that's it.
Okay.
So, nothing really exciting there. So my turn, and I'll show you in a minute. Let me back up one because I really thought hard about this. So his mage is here.
Right.
She doesn't have a lot going for her. My mage is here.
Yeah.
I needed to roll an 8 to get to her.
Yeah.
I really considered this hard. Then I thought better of it. Had I been able to flee if he charged me, I would have done it. But, if I failed it and ended up out here. But anyway.
Well, it would have gave his chariot something else to shoot at.
It definitely would have. So anyway, I thought better of it. And here they go. They can't stay where they belong. So they're heading out here. I blame them.
Oh. You went over there, not against the cavalry. Okay.
Correct. I'm not sure what I'm doing out there, to tell you the truth.
Okay.
I should have been here facing them,
Yeah.
if not over here in the center where they belong.
Yeah.
The other charge he left me, and I didn't take it, I just moved forward with the boar boys, is they had a long charge into the flank of this guy.
Right.
but he's got 6 string 5 AP 3.
Yeah.
And before I go, he'll just murder my whole unit.
Yeah, probably.
So, I mean, I could hope for bad luck, but
Mm-hmm.
anyway. So the boar boys come forward. Nashers take a full move and come all the way forward here.
Okay.
Boar boys come off the right. Spider backs up a bit.
I assume they were out of range of the mage, the Nashers.
The Nashers, well, they had a 12 or
Okay.
something. Or maybe it was 11.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, I think it was a 12. Anyway, they had a long charge at it,
Yeah.
but not worth taking. And I intended to charge the trolls into this unit
Mm-hmm.
and just forgot to declare it.
Oh, okay.
So that unit survives for a turn.
Okay. Well, it depends how that spider shoots.
Yeah, well, it needs move, so it needs 5s.
You got the other guys back here in the woods.
They're hiding in the woods. They pulled over further into the woods. They didn't turn to face them correctly.
Yeah, so they can see over your Nashers.
So these guys fire off, and oops, I don't know what that
They
picture
fired
was.
off and they killed his own guys.
So I did cast a swarm of insects on them and killed 3.
Okay. All right. Dead average.
They did not panic and stuck around.
Okay.
Moving on to turn 2, and got none with bows, by the way.
Okay.
This is what he's seeing on turn 2.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing I did do, which I forgot to mention, let's back up one. My feral biggins,
Mm-hmm.
just in defiance of the executioners, just came forward.
Okay.
I think they're 12 away.
Uh-huh.
Not real sure what I was thinking.
Well, this multi-wound doesn't affect you any.
Correct. But he's got 24 attacks.
Yeah.
Hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s.
He's in line, it looks like, yeah.
He is. He's hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, hitting on 3s.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't get the +1 to hit. Hitting on 3s, wounding on 2s with hatred.
Yeah.
So, again, not sure what I was thinking. But I came forward.
Yeah.
So, his turn. He declares the charge with his Dread Knights. Are going to come around past the peg and hit the Nashers in the front. Both the Divine Altar and the unit of Dread Judges declare the charge on the Ferals.
Oh, okay.
And that's going to be... Oh, and I did not look... This is just another sloppy mistake.
Mm-hmm.
The corner of his unit can
see the back of
barely
his face?
see the back of like half of the space.
Oh, okay.
All it took was another quarter-inch forward.
Right, right.
Sloppy play.
Mm-hmm.
But he can see me, so he's going to declare the charge there. And he's going to make it.
Okay.
And both these units are going to make it.
Okay.
It was 12. I mean, those guys needed a 7.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a maximized roll because of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
The Raptor guys,
Mm-hmm. Dread Knights.
Dread Knights, because they had to wheel around this and have
Uh-huh.
room because they do have a second rank
Okay.
with this one guy, 2 guys back there,
Uh-huh.
forced him to only be able to get 3 in.
Mm.
But they do have the Banner of Blood, so it's
Mm-hmm.
6 attacks from riders and 6 attacks from the beasts.
Could have sent his mage in with him if he wanted to.
Could have.
Mm.
Shouldn't have, but could
No, I mean,
have.
if he would have gotten all the guys in
Right.
contact. And
The 2 guys that I forgot to deal with last turn, of course, come
Mm-hmm.
forward and just become a pain to me.
Yep.
There we go. And his peg Dread Prince or whatever rides around just to scoff at me in the flank.
Yep.
He's just looking at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And those are his charges. So he gets off an unerring strike. This is what, I'm kind of okay with an unerring strike doing 2 wounds to my unit. Over here, his guys shoot at me. They moved and range, so
Okay.
they're going to need a big number. So
More
I
than
think they
12.
needed
Okay.
6s.
Mm-hmm.
So picks off 1. Over here, the guys charge me in the flank and only kill 1, which is really good. Of course, I kill none. I
That's how you
flee.
roll. Okay.
I flee and lose 3
Into
to
the
the building.
Splattered in the building.
Yep, 3 of a 4. So there he goes. he elected not to pursue me because it didn't think it was worth his time. The Dread Knights kill off all 7 of these guys without. They didn't need to worry about the other thing.
Yeah.
They didn't need the help. So they kill off the 7 of those. I did manage to kill one of his. Go in there. And then we come to this fight. So it looks like 9 wounds. This is from the chariot, the divine altar.
Okay.
Did 9. Then the dread judges go and 21 wounds. 21 wounds. But I saved 4, I think, and have 3 guys left to fight back.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I misjudged that.
I think so.
Just a bit. What do you think?
Yeah, just a bit. It's not like that Nash unit couldn't have gone forward to chaff him up for a turn.
It's not good.
Yeah.
Not good. 3 guys left, each count for themselves, and kill 3 of his models.
And now he's checking his overrun, and he does.
And he does the overrun with only with the altar, because these guys were afraid of the Wolf Riders. So he overruns with the altar in this unit, catching me in the process.
Okay.
And of course they turned
Yep,
face the center
yep.
of the board, where everything scary is. Yeah. So
Looks like your turn
the
now.
center of my line is gone, and yeah, my most that's my most expensive unit, by the way. Just thought I'd mention that.
Yeah.
So my turn again.
I'm sorry. I think it was your most expensive.
Was my most expensive unit. The Wolf Riders now don't have a choice. They have to. I've moved here and then plan on going here. I wanted to stay out of these guys' charge arc.
Yep.
And make these guys at least move to face me, so they get the minus for moving and shooting.
Right.
And I'm hoping I can make a leadership check at some point and get away. Not likely, but anyway. So look at this Wolf Rider unit. Look what it's doing.
Yeah.
It's doing its role. It's chaffing.
Yeah. There you go.
It's chaffing the Dread Legionnaires. What an awesome thought. Up on top, the trolls have charged into the Dread Knights on the hill. And
Your cab charged his chaff, looks like.
the spider came forward. My cav charged his cav? No. Oh, yes,
Yeah.
correct. My cav finally decided to charge these 2 guys and get rid of them, which, should have happened.
I'm guessing these chariots are a work in progress.
They're not quite up to standards.
Yeah.
So pull out a totemic summons, get that off. So he comes out here to taunt them. He's got the choice to deal with to harass either one of these 2 or come up here on the hill.
Yeah, you got the
Depending on
flaming
what
attack,
happens.
breath weapon. So
Yeah, well, I want to save that for close combat for some reason. So there we have that. And we go into combat. I do get a wound on this, but it just obliterates the Nashers. These guys should be dead. The trolls, he kills one of my trolls before I can go, because I am, initiative 2 on the charge. But he's got, that leaves him,
I missed it. You charged these guys.
yeah, that leaves him with 7 Dread Knights.
Yep.
And I have 6 trolls. The trolls puke and go 6 for 6 on their puking,
that's
needing
painful.
3s,
Yeah.
and kill all but one of the Dread Knights. And now I'm left with the problem that trolls have. I can pursue, I can stay where I am and stay within command, or I can pursue and kill him and maybe hit something else.
Yeah.
It's an ongoing problem with trolls.
Oh, you lined up against that.
I'm lined up to hit the archers if I can
okay.
get far enough.
Okay.
So there's a different angle from that where they are. I elect to go ahead and pursue, and they do, and smash into the archers.
Okay.
Because what I'm actually secretly hoping is that this chariot will take the opportunity to hit me in the flank.
Ah, you're hoping that.
I'm really hoping hard that this guy charges me in the flank and doesn't just sit there and shoot at the spider. Or they both don't gang up and double charge the spider.
Right.
I don't think they're that good in combat.
I don't think you need to worry about charging it.
Okay, maybe not. The Boar Boys, of course, killed the Dark Raiders and turn to face.
Okay.
Get in position. Both characters have spots to charge out of the unit at this point.
Yep.
At this point, if he elects to stay there.
Wolf Riders use their bows.
Wolf Riders use their bows and to no effect.
Yeah.
So we're going on to his turn 3. His turn 3, it's what it looks like. And he is going to charge the Wolf Riders, get rid of them.
Okay.
Elsewhere, his mage came over here and hid in the forest.
Did it get hurt in the woods?
No, she's Yema.
Okay. Yes.
The Dread Prince guy flies over here where you can see everything. He has a good angle. Chariot just backs up. The altar just backs up
and looks towards the
to
center.
get out of arc.
Uh-huh.
Good move. Keeps him out of the trouble. The chariots, one stayed where it was to shoot at the spider. The other backed up. So he has a spot shot at the troll. Or where, I guess. Over here, the Dark Raiders come around.
Shoot at you. Oh, he turned his guys around too. Okay.
He did turn his guys around as well.
Okay.
There's that side.
Didn't take the bait.
He didn't take the bait and come up on the hill, unfortunately. So his Dark Raider his hunting chariot fires and puts 3 wounds on the spider. Not thrilled with that. Between the two of them, they zap off I think it was these guys turned and shot.
Okay.
Killed them. Killed all but, I think, 2 of them and the other. Killed 2 and the other 2 ran
Okay.
off. So now those 2 units are sitting over there looking around like, well, what next? And, of course, these guys, the Dread Judges, killed the Wolf Riders, turned back into the center of the board.
Okay.
The Trolls wiped out that unit.
Yep.
And I elected to stand. I believe. Not to overrun or...
Right.
Or
Are you just in range?
what's that? I'm out of range.
Okay.
But I figured if I'm out here, I'll never be back in range again, is what I'm thinking. And I still want to be a distraction.
Yeah.
I still want one of these things to come at me.
Right. What you didn't face is infantry.
I didn't face his infantry. No, I did not. Why did I not? Not sure why I didn't. It's a good question. Because I don't want these guys. These guys have a flaming banner.
Yeah.
They scare me.
Yeah.
I don't even want to face them. I'd rather not look. So, back to my turn. So, knowing what these guys can do to the trolls, the BSB elects to charge out of the unit into the flank of these Dread Princes.
Okay.
Dread, whatever they are. Dread Judges.
This is one of those things that people don't notice in the game
What's that?
that they see. They
Oh,
think they're protecting themselves from the flank by the unit. There's a character on the
There's
corner.
a character on the corner that
and he can charge out because of the way the angles work.
into the flank.
Right.
So, the problem is they do multi-wound to me.
Yep.
If he gets 2 wounds through, I'm dead. So,
Yep.
anyway. So it's a risk in my mind. But
Definitely a risk.
he's only got 3 guys that can attack me. So he's only got 3 attacks. And he's strength 6. I'm tough 5. I'm hoping to get a spell off to help me.
Yeah.
Anyway. So on top of that, the spider needs a 9. The trolls fail stupidity and go
Did
forward.
he shoot at your last turn and not do anything?
He did 3 to me last turn.
Oh, you've got 3 wounds on you. Okay.
So the trolls failed stupidity, move forward 2
And
inches.
this card, it says harpooned.
Harpooned.
Yeah.
Which gives me a -2 to my movement. So the trolls decide to charge the front unit, needing a 9. The Boar Boys need a 10. They're going at the same one, hunting chariot. Because I figure if one of these 2 makes it in, then the totemic summon's going to turn around and go at that one.
Yeah.
It's my thought anyway. Of course, both fail.
And he stood.
And he stood. Both fail because he can't run.
Yep.
I think he stood. Yeah, he must have stood.
Oh, otherwise he's going to run off the table.
Yeah. And then my BSB, of course, did make it.
Yep.
And because of the way it was angled, he came past the forest, turned,
Right.
went in without having to go in.
Close the door.
Yeah.
And you sent your general up to the hill.
The
to go
general runs
get
up the
those-
hill.
Get those trolls.
to keep the trolls in line.
Mm-hmm.
The mage comes over here into the water just to stay out of range of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Stay within range of what I need, but out of range of bad things.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not... His shooting's pretty much gone on this,
Yep.
except for these two, which can't shoot through the spider.
Mm-hmm.
The totemic summons went into the rear of the back one. Because, I mean, this one, the front one.
Yeah.
Because they both, like I said, both these charges failed for me.
Yep. Random move, yep.
And there we go. During the magic, I get break the spirit off of them to give them -1 to hit. Now they're going to need 4s to hit me.
Okay.
3s to wound me. Again, I still got to get...
Mm-hmm.
Still can't let 2 get through. Do a swarm of insects and put 2 wounds on his mage. And that was it for magic. So
Okay.
cut off. Moving into combat. I kill a few of these guys.
Mm-hmm.
He swings back and hits me once. Guys, got 1 wound through
Mm-hmm.
and put 2 wounds on my BSB. I win the combat, but he's steadfast,
And
so he sticks
reforms
around.
to get his ranks.
And then
in.
reforms to get ranks.
Okay. Okay.
And also, the other thing that happened is the boar boys, as you can see, backed up a bit. We're doing the backup dance with with the altar.
Mm-hmm.
So I did. So it worked. So I did pin him for a turn,
Right.
which is what I really
Yep.
needed.
Can't charge you that way.
It keeps him off me for at least a turn.
Yep.
Totemic Summons is fighting this thing. I don't
Yep.
think it killed it. Probably not. No, it actually broke it. Sorry, I attacked it. I think I only wounded it once
Okay.
to nothing. It broke, ran. I chased it and didn't catch it,
Okay.
despite my rolling 3 dice. So that's where they stand.
Well, you'll catch it next turn.
The idea,
Yeah.
it'll rally.
Still catch it.
You still catch it. So that's what we got there. And over here, you can see he's bringing his guys back into combat.
Yep. So, did you bring his character into your character?
So he brought, yes.
Okay.
His Dread Prince charged into my BSB's flank.
Okay.
Didn't want to risk the 3 guys killing,
Okay.
having to kill it. Rallied his chariot, turned to face this way. Not that it really matters which way he faced, but that's the way he turned to face.
Okay.
The Divine Altar, of course, backs up again. Still doing the dance.
And the mage backs up too.
You can see his unit here.
Mm-hmm.
Unit here in the woods turns out towards the center of the board.
Yeah.
These guys turn and move
A little
a
bit.
few inches because they don't want to march in that terrain.
Yeah.
The Totemic Summons. What's this guy? Oh, this guy's shooting.
Okay.
It's his turn. This turn he shoots, does 2 more wounds to the spider,
Okay.
and I'm harpooned again,
Mm-hmm.
which, is never pleasant. Casts an unerring strike and kills off the
Nope.
mage.
That's not helpful.
No, it's not, especially when his had 2 wounds on him. And another swarm of insects probably almost guarantees to kill him.
Yep. Yeah, probably not the best place for him.
Unit here in the woods fires and managed to get a wound through on my general. Which really
It's
irritates
always
me.
fun when you get those like low strength.
Because he needed 6 to hit, 6 to wound. I've got a 3 up armor and a 5 up ward.
Those are always the ones that wound.
God, that hurts so much. That hurts more than 1 wound. I should have probably just died from it. So anyway. And then he starts casting spells and gets spells everywhere.
It looks like it.
Most of these are guiding light.
Okay.
But he gets Stars Align, and I think it's Scrying, both on this guy.
He really wants to make sure he wins that.
He's not taking any chances there. And he kills him.
Okay. Not sure he needed a lot of help.
No, he didn't need this much help,
Yeah.
but he managed to do it. So he killed him off. Now I'm left. If the other thing is, what really annoys me about this wound is without that wound, he can do.
You feel more confident.
Well, I can at least take a chance if I needed to.
Yeah.
This way a single wound through kills me. So anyway, not happy about that. So that's where that's going to be.
I think you just stay away from that and kill everything else.
No, we can't do that. This is back to my turn, bottom of turn 4. The Boar Boys charged into the whatchamacallit,
The
rallied harpooner.
yeah.
And the spider I don't think had range, so I think it charged it as well, just to make sure it died.
Or you charge the other one and tear it off.
Maybe that's what it was. That must be what it was.
Yeah.
Teared the other one off. General, the trolls on the hill, with the general right beside him, ignored him
Okay.
and rolled a 10 or 11 for their check and moved an inch. Had they moved 4, they're out of arc of this unit.
Yeah.
They moved 1 inch.
Okay.
Nice. So the totemic summon random moves up here to the top of the hill. General swings down here to threaten the flank of this because it's a scoring unit.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, I'm starting to really be worried about scoring units.
Yep.
We continue the dance here. We back up again. We reformed and back up so we could back up even further because I had a set guy in the back.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to do where it's going to sit. No combat for me on this turn.
Okay.
So we go to his turn 5. And here they come. Coming up on top of the hill.
Yep. Maybe roll badly.
It's always a possibility, except he's maximized roll because they're within 12 of this stupid thing.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to charge up to the top of the hill. And he makes it. And again, bad placement on the general. This unit just moves forward and gets out of my arc.
Mm-hmm. And he backed up his archers.
And he backed up the other ones on the other side. The other charge he made was the guy here, the Dread Lord on the peg, charged across into my Boar Boys.
Okay.
He's got 6 strength 5 AP 3 attacks.
And all your characters out of there now?
And I have no characters left in that unit.
Mm-hmm.
So, got that. And his mage just hops over here with his 2 wounds on him.
Mm-hmm.
Sits over here. And the altar now feels safe, now that they're tied up, to come around here and sit in front. Face the music.
He gets cast?
He is. He rolled 4 dice, rolled triple 6s, which doesn't normally kill him, but it was the phase where it was a +1.
Okay.
So it went up to 7s and he keeled over dead.
Yeah, I don't want to roll 4 dice on those turns.
But he did do an unerring strike.
Yeah.
Was what he did with that, and didn't kill me. I forget what he did. 2 wounds. So his Dread Prince comes in here. He forgot that I had the Mykonox Totem.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably still worth the charge anyway. But because of that, I challenged him. I turned off his Hero's Heart. So now he's down to 5 strength 4 attacks at AP 1 plus the peg. He kills my champ, and I stand because
the standing was the question.
He charged and did a wound, and I managed to save. I managed to roll and stand. Over here, he put 6 wounds. I think it's 8 wounds because I think I got 2 wounds carried on me down here. But the 6 troll attacks, I had 6 attacks and stomps back, and that manages to kill, I think, 5 guys.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, he should have gotten 10 attacks on you.
He only had 10 attacks on me. He put 8 wounds on me.
Yeah.
From 10 attacks, which
still.
no saves.
Oh, it's only a multi-wound on standard.
It's only multi-wound on standard.
Yeah, that's
correct.
Was,
So, I mean, he did fine in the attack.
Yeah.
But and then I did better than I should have coming back.
Yeah.
But he did break me, and they
down.
fled, and he thought about it for a long time, but elected to run me down, and then rolled like an 11 to run me down.
Yep. And now he's got some.
Now he's got more boys in his flank.
Yep.
Again, which aren't that worried about multi-wound. So there you have that. That's what it looks like going to the bottom of 4. My turn. Boar Boys smash him. He actually elected to run.
Really?
Yes. Because he was not going to be steadfast.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he would be if he killed.
Oh, he had to kill 1.
He's got to kill 1 and not kill 5.
Yeah.
So anyway, he elected to run.
Okay.
Which, again.
Well, looks like you're about 7 away from him.
Yeah.
So 50-50?
So it's like he's got to roll better than me.
Yeah.
Anyway. Actually, with the turn, he's a little, I think he figured it was a little bit more than that. Anyway.
Okay.
So he elected to run. I rolled high enough. He rolled really bad on his run flee distance. I rolled good. Caught him. Killed him. And I turned to face, but I haven't done it at this point.
Okay.
So back to my turn. The random movement, the troll charged down the hill. I mean,
Okay.
the totemic summons.
You just turn that way because his hand's too long.
Yeah, his hand's poking out there
Okay.
too long. So the totemic summons comes down off the hill and into the crossbowman.
Okay.
Which is good for me. It's another scoring unit. And that was it for me. My general with no more trolls to babysit comes out here because there's another scoring unit dwelling over here in the ruin, which is his last scoring unit, and I've got 2 left at the moment. So that's where that is. Go to combat. Over here, he does nothing to me, and I put a wound on him.
Okay.
So this was my big chance. I won this one by 2. But he's a little leadership 10, so he doesn't go anywhere. Over here, the totemic summons puts 3 wounds, but he's steadfast, sticks around. Hasn't hurt me yet.
Okay.
And we go on to top of 6. So there we go. They're formed the way they should be. Top of turn 6, it's his turn. Because of the way everyone's facing, no one can come help over here. No one can see. This unit's positioned perfectly to not see him and not see them.
Okay.
So, and this
Same
divine altar is the exact same thing. Both are positioned perfectly. It's like one of my moves. These guys turn and start walking away.
Okay.
And the whatever these guys are, those dark raiders come around and take some long range pot shots at my general.
Right.
Figuring the other guys did it, they could try the same. And that's where those guys end up. Totemic Summons fights continues. He puts 2 wounds on me.
Okay.
And I killed 2 more of him. It ended up being a push.
Okay.
Because we did 2 wounds apiece. Over here on the other fight, the fight goes on, continued on over here with the
Lord.
The Lord is just swinging
Red
away.
Prince.
I'm making saves. I think he killed 1 that time, and I have a banner, so it's a push. Over here, last turn, bottom of turn 6, Boar Boys come into the flank, and the general declares a charge on these guys who elect not to take the chance and fled.
Okay.
He needed an 8 to get off the board. He rolled a 9 or something and went off the board. The other choice was to try to stand and try to make an 8 leadership to if I don't break his steadfast with my.
Was he facing you?
He was facing away from me.
Oh, okay.
He was facing. Remember, he was facing a line heading down towards the back.
Yeah.
So I would hit him in the flank. I had a charge flank, and then 5 attack, whatever. But I need to. If I break his steadfast, he's going to run.
Yeah, probably better served just staying in the rubble than hoping.
Well, I had to go. I was going to have to go through the rubble anyway.
Yeah.
The other saving thing he had a chance was I take a dangerous terrain in the woods.
Right.
Dangerous terrain here.
Well, he got shot at you.
And stand and shoot. But stand and shoot's going to be really hard.
It would be.
Actually, I think it's impossible.
Then he may not have made it. You may not have made it to him.
He's
And if you did, you're facing his front.
outside range, in cover, being charged, right? -3? Okay, 7s.
Yeah.
So he has a shot. Anyway, he elected to run. He, like I said, ran too far, went off the board.
Yeah.
Over here, this fight continues for another round. Another round of whiffs when we just slap around each other. There, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did lose another guy.
Yeah.
So I lose another guy, but he does a wound. I'd have a banner, so we stick on the bottom of 6.
Okay.
As a push combat, and we combined the force of these 2 killed those. So now his scoring units are all gone.
Okay.
I have 2 of mine left.
It was looking somewhat bleak for you, but it turned around there in the last.
Oh, I thought I had no chance when he ran over the ferals.
Yeah.
In the center of the board.
Yeah.
I was like, I've just lost this whole game. Turns out to be really close.
Right.
Because remember, he's killed three.
Yeah, yeah.
He's killed all three of my characters. Well, I killed one.
Yeah.
Well, no, he unerring striked it. Anyway, he's killed 3 of my 4 characters. One of them being the BSB for an extra 200.
Yeah.
And the only one I got of his was his mage, which of course was his general, so that helped.
Yeah.
But he actually won in points by a few. It was a 10-10 game, but with the objective going to me, made it 13-7.
Right. Okay.
It was a fun game. Again, after he broke through the ferals in the center board, I didn't think I had a chance. Even this guy, I thought, should have done better, even without the hero's heart.
Yeah, strength 4 is strength 4.
I mean, he's got a total of 8 strength 4 attacks from this model.
Yeah.
The guy's hitting me on 2s, the peg's hitting me on 4s, but they're all wounding me on 4s. And
Right.
I've only got a 3-up save from that.
Yeah.
So he should have been. I thought he should have been getting a wound or 2 more through. Of course, I've been strength 5 the whole time fighting him back
Right.
and doing nothing to him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's got a 4-up ward, and
Right.
I forget what his armor turned out to be, 3 or 4-up. So, anyway, but yeah, it's a good game.
Bloody one.
Very bloody, especially for characters on my side.
Yeah.
Yep. Actually, he must have unerring strike. He unerring striked my spider.
Oh, I
off
was
the board.
saying, yeah, spiders.
He did. That unerring strike that killed his mage.
We forgot
killed
to
my
mention
spider.
that. Yes.
It did. I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
It did kill it. But anyway, that's where it's going to end. Thanks for listening.
Till next time.